Welcome to Bigfoot Society. If you have Bigfoot activity to report from the same areas discussed in this episode, please reach out to me directly after this episode. And if you'd like to be on the podcast to discuss a personal Bigfoot encounter, please reach out to me directly at bigfootsociety@gmail.com. Do you wish there was more Bigfoot Society to listen to every week? Well, there is now. If you become a supporting member over at Patreon, you get a special members-only episode every single week on Wednesdays, and sometimes even more episodes. Head on over to patreon.com/The Bigfoot Society. And now let's get on with the show.
Yes, I showed him that.
Yeah, that was something else.
Yeah. That's the one I'm not familiar with.
That's what I said. There was more than 5.
It was about 18 inches and 8 to 9 inches across.
On the heel.
Yeah.
How far across?
8 to 9.
How across the hill? How far?
About
8 to 9.
inches.
That far? The hill?
Yeah.
And about 18 inches long. Of course, part of that could have been slide. I don't know what
It seems like I remember right, that track, the 23-inch track when I seen it.
was around 7
7 inches, I think.
Oh, yeah.
there, yeah,
Wow.
7, 8 inches.
Gotcha.
Much wider than people, that's for sure.
And how wide is the ball?
Well, we didn't try to estimate that, but we should have probably. Because, you know, from here to here is about 6 inches. Because when I go fishing for like the cutthroats, we're little up here on the creek, so
Oh, he's a big guy.
you got to know how long the fish is so you don't get in trouble before you
Right.
cook it up.
That's a big guy, but he's not as big as the one with the 23-inch tracks.
Nope.
Yep.
This right here is where I always put my tent, right there behind that chair.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
It's a good place.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll have to check and see if we can have a fire.
Yeah.
Will or that too. Except for that they don't make me feel safe at all.
Well, they don't make me feel safe to a smaller degree, but
I wished I could shut it off, but you know, it's like whatever it put inside me, it's there.
oh yeah, you know, it's serious, it's intense.
Did you see this over here? It's kind of a weird setup. Someone put...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, probably a bench, yeah.
They probably had their cook stove on there or something.
Yeah. Yep.
Before they left that, and they could have built that without that tire rim and left that in here.
Right. Yeah.
But pretty soon they'll rock the road off and won't let me go to another camping spot because they didn't patrol their forest and find people for their messes like they used to.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, the normal people can't go to their spots anymore.
Yeah. How old are the trees up here, you think? Have these been forested before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But if you walk down in that trail, you'll probably get, I think there's a nice patch of pretty old growth in there that's beautiful.
Yeah.
But these have been cut before.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Byron, I like the idea that we can net it, but for the most part, I don't care how insane I sound. You can put it out there to the world.
All right.
I don't care what anybody thinks. I really don't.
It's good, funny material for sure.
Well, I mean, it's real life, you know?
He might make a comedy show out of this for us.
No.
His seriousness and my relaxed attitude, my romantic ways.
Yeah, don't we fit like a glove?
Yeah. Man, it would be so cool. Like, I can't imagine camping out here for a few days and just being like away from civilization, just kind of chilling out. But then it could get wild, you know? Like, it's not all fun and games.
I'll call my son and see if we can't just set a tent up. That would be cool.
Yeah, it's neat to be in an established area Well, you know, it doesn't look like there's any chance of them going away in the near future. They're going to be here. And to be in that type of area, it's special. You're not out here in an area where they're traveling through. You might see a track and nothing ever happened. No, they're here. They're always here. When you come here, they're here, and they know you're here and what you're doing. This is a different setup.
It's just crazy to think that, I mean, yesterday, right? Like, right there.
Right there.
That's wild to think about. It's hard to explain how that is.
Later in the day, seeing that one run and then, but it was like low to the ground, and then it like jumped. It was so weird. I couldn't make out. I was like, what am I seeing? And then the roar, and then the second roar.
Yeah.
That was yesterday. All yesterday.
When you got home, did it take a while for you to get to sleep? Like, was your adrenaline still going, or
Yeah, I had to eat and
Yep.
take another gummy.
Yep.
Another Advil. And then finally went to sleep, and then I woke up, Ronnie was calling. It's like, oh no, what? But it's alright, I'm good.
Yeah, it's a whole nother world. Different from a lot of people expect or think.
Yeah.
Well, I never expected it, but I've lived it. There's no doubt in my mind there's something there. I just don't know what it is. I know it leaves a huge track, and it can scare the holy tar out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the mystery. We still don't even know what they are.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, their voice is like being in front of a big speaker at a concert. You know how the bass just bounces through you?
Yeah.
That's what their voice does to you. It bounces through you like you're in front of a big speaker. You can feel it.
Yeah, it's so loud and echoing, vibrating off everything.
Off the trees,
You
even.
think that they can be heard from miles away.
They can. It's
But you know, there's something about that. When we were in the Siskiyous, there was 4 of us on the team, 40 miles from the nearest outpost for a month, and we had the call blasting going. Howler monkeys, babies, and the one of the, I guess it hadn't been authenticated, at least by many, that on the that one, we were recording that too. And every evening, I thought they overdid it, but the echoing through the canyons and stuff, it was just, it made you think, and you knew it was just a recording.
Right.
We were back in there for a whole month. The last night, didn't have a lot of action. The last night, we were packing up because there was a guy who was going to have the horses, bring them back in there, because we had at least 500 pounds of equipment and supplies to get up the canyon wall and get them loaded on the horses. And the last night, the stuff was packed away, including the recorder. It's the only night the recorder was packed away.
Right.
And this thing came off, built up, and like an air raid siren. It went right through us, and it was like the ground was trembling. It was so powerful, and it lasted for a long time. Tremendous cavity, lung cavity, so powerful, and it started kind of fibrillating at the end. Everybody was in light shock. I was thinking we're recording or something. I mean, of course we're not.
Yeah.
All the equipment's put away. I think everybody else was thinking. Everybody's stunned. Nobody said a word. And then when it was starting to end, it started to come off again. The same way it built up. And that's when Richard said, the recorder, get the recorder. So his son is digging through what we packed away, and he's looking for the recorder. He's looking, this thing's going off again. That's what we wanted. And he's looking, he gets it. And just look at it, it ended. We had 2 chances, lasted for a long time, by the time we got the recorder, couldn't get it.
That's about the way it was yesterday. They had the wrong recorder, and the other guy, whoever they were talking about, had taken the chip out of the camera, so they didn't have either of it when that all happened.
Yeah.
The Bigfoot, Bigfoot curse.
The curse of
And I
Bigfoot is
was like-
extremely real.
I was like, is this same with Ronnie, man? It's like, he's like wanting to go up there and didn't even think about recording it. It's
Yeah,
like,
there's getting some the naysayers or something.
he would have had.
Oh yeah, we're having all this Bigfoot activity, and you can't record it. You got recorders, you got cameras on your phones, and blah
Right.
blah blah blah.
Yeah, he would have had the most famous sounds recording that anybody's ever heard, and I truly believe that because since then
Oh, it's so loud.
I
it's
have
so
been
intense.
watching thing after thing after thing after thing after thing.
Oh, you're saying it would have blown everything out of the water?
It would have
yeah.
blown it out of the water.
Wow.
Man. He'd have been the
Because you had-
most sought
You had
after
the
guy.
coyote, and not normally, but it was coyote, but loud and mad. Everything was.
And the
mad and
owl,
extreme.
and they were all on the ground together, and the raven.
You had the coyote, the owl, and the raven, and what sounded to me like two frantic chimpanzees in a
A little
deal
monkey
screaming,
sound, a
all
little.
and all at the same time. And for a long time, that group is together making all those individual sounds, and it's obvious it's coming from the same unit at the same time.
And it's loud.
And it didn't stop for over 2 hours.
It was a long time.
Very intense. So, and there's no way a coyote, a raven, and an owl, and crazy chimpanzee, whatever, we're together making all those sounds at the same time.
That left a 23-inch track.
Yeah, and leaving those tracks from around 12, 13 inches on up to 23 inches. No.
Yeah, that scared me, man.
Yeah, that was a scary night. We didn't think we were going to live, actually.
It scared my dad.
Well, yeah, no.
I feel
thought-
bad for him.
Yeah.
You know, old guy and just.
He's at my house. I'll introduce him to you.
But he's been out camping a lot and
The,
stuff.
the ladies at his church have been saying, you ought to go tell what happened to you up there.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
Really?
yeah, I said, thousands of people have heard our story.
So that would be interesting talking to people from churches in the area to see if I'm sure there's
That would be interesting.
but that'd be an interesting viewpoint because I'm sure there's probably people from those churches that have had run-ins and they're going to have a different different viewpoint.
That's demons. That's Antichrist.
It could
Stay
be.
away from that.
Sometimes,
I'm not putting
yeah.
anything out of
I don't think so.
Or-
the possibility, man. I'm leaving it until I know. I'm leaving every bit of it open.
I don't see anything in that direction.
Do I think there's a dog man? I've never seen one.
Well, I don't even want to. That's one where I hear about a lot.
But there could be.
And I know that they're close to where I am in Iowa, but I just don't want to think about it when I'm out in the woods, man. Like, that's just a terrible creature.
Oh, come on. To know that werewolves are real?
Have you heard anything about the land between the lakes?
I
Is?
mean, I know people that are down there all the time, yeah.
Have you heard that cop, retired cop?
Martin Gross?
Is that his name? I don't know. But he's really investigated that, and he's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm good friends with Martin.
He thinks they're real down in there.
Yep.
A lot of people have been killed, missing.
Yep.
He's got some horror stories, and he says they're covering it up. The government right there is covering it up. They don't want it known.
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, Martin is a great guy. So I've interviewed him once live, and then this last year I interviewed him again. Yeah, I've done 2 times, and he's a genuine, he's very religious, he's a man of God, and like I can tell that he is, but he is one of the most genuine people I've ever interviewed.
That's the way he's
It's crazy.
Me. I don't have a doubt in anything he's saying.
Oh, he's incredible, yeah.
And he's talking that they're real, and these dog men and stuff, and they're there, and people that's been killed and missing, they cover it all up.
Him and a guy named Daryl Denton and Ron Moorhead, you know him. They will go out and they go around investigating land between the lakes. Yeah, they call themselves Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
God, there's so much I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some wild stuff, but Ron is a great guy, you know.
Oh, I know he is. I know Ron.
I've never met him, but I've talked to him. He's so good.
He's Christian, but he's And he's honest. There's no way he's making up anything.
I seen a title on a podcast. I don't know, something about where there's a Bigfoot, there's a dog man. And I didn't have time to watch it, so I don't know. I'll have to
There's
look.
a guy. I think he's going to be at the deal. I need to introduce you to him. It's been years back. He's one of the guys talked to me on the side about his experiences.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk about it. Game guide for many years.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And he'd seen the tracks. He hadn't seen them at that time.
Yeah.
And he knew they were there, but it made him nervous. And he would say either verbally or mentally, I'm not here for you. I'm not going to bother you. He would do that.
Wow.
And he didn't want it around because of it's his profession.
Yeah.
But there's some interesting stuff with him. And he... I forgot what I was going to tell you, but yeah, he's had a lot of unusual things happen.
Yeah, I would love to meet him.
And he's legit. He's a guy that he's not out to make anything up.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to get him on that art when we were getting the group together.
Right.
He declined on that.
Oh, yeah?
And yeah, right off
well,
the bat.
That's how
like
you know the guy's
so
legit.
He wasn't comfortable with the sergeant, so he never did get on the...
I wasn't comfortable with him. And the other guy that wanted to shoot one. I'm not into that.
No, it just fell apart all the way through.
We were talking about that earlier at the coffee shop. It's, man, that was becoming a big ordeal, it sounds like. I mean, him having all that equipment together and...
He had 125. He actually put the money. He said, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, he almost had it ready.
And I had to I tried to discourage it. I said, that's a lot of money to put in on an experiment. Because I'm thinking, these things are so smart. I think that, you know, I keep underestimating them.
Yeah, but, you know, you got the money.
I know,
and that's what you want to do.
I need to see somebody put that. If
I
it's
say
for naught,
enjoy your life.
If it's for naught, because I'm thinking these things are too small. You put all that money in there and not get any action because they know. I think, I was trying to tell him, start off small, like he was saying about the groups. Put 3 groups, just the minimum.
We need one of them.
And see what happens before you put all that money
what we need
in.
more than anything is one of them parabolic hoods to listen.
Yeah.
That's what we need them.
Yeah.
He had that on the unit where you could hear anything, but it's all on panels and stuff, and putting the music, the right sounds that have worked with apes and stuff. He had all that stuff down. And he had a unit that... I forget what you call it, but it would tell you because weight, size, whatever, something's coming and approaching, put the music out. Then I don't know if it was 200, I don't remember, 200 feet or 200 yards, but you could tell if it was one of these things, there was going, and you knew exactly where they were. It would show you exactly where they're at.
Yeah.
He had the greatest stuff, and it's too bad we didn't get to apply it. But I was just so fed up and disgusted with it all. In a way, I'm glad because I found I can find. I don't know if we would have found out more with all that or not, but I was content. One-on-one with these things, you're gonna be more successful than maybe all that.
Right.
Of course, it's personal. I didn't document anything, but
just a few people having fun around a fire.
I'm telling you, one is the best.
Yeah.
You're going to get more response. You're going to get more closer to you. They're going to be more response if you're by yourself.
Thought I heard
That's just a fact.
Yeah.
That's just a
What
fact.
did you hear?
Clunk?
Because I just got, I don't know, I didn't hear anything, but all of a sudden I was just like very apprehensive of everything. It's kind of weird, but...
You guys get the feeling, I'm going to give me a piece.
It was like a little clunk or a twig off a tree snapping. And I say off a tree because when you break it up a tree, it'll make that clunk.
I'm also going to get a piece of pizza because if I don't, is that Lego?
Oh, Lego.
Nice.
And you probably should drive over to the other spot for a little while too.
Oh, to the campsite? Yeah, that would be awesome. Is there any pizza left?
Yeah, you want some?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, you found wire?
Yeah, that could hurt.
Yeah. Nice. Thanks, dude.
All right. You want a piece of pizza, Dwayne?
No, thank you. I got another half of my poppy muffin.
Oh, I just talked to him. He said, yeah, he's going to go biking, whatever. I said, I had to bring up Bigfoot just for the hell of it.
Right.
I'd like to see if somebody's going to respond to something. There's something about Bigfoot. I said, I've heard about this Bigfoot stuff. He says, right off the bat, he said, oh. He said, I had an experience. I said, you did? Now, I wasn't saying anything about any experience with me.
Oh, yeah. You're smart. Yep.
And he said, it was someplace, some mountain 20 miles from here or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He said, he says, I saw one. He was serious. He says, I saw one. He said, scared the hell out of me. He says, that's why I'm here, he said. I'm not going back there.
Wow.
I know they're there. I didn't tell him, well, they're
And you're
here
like,
too. I didn't say anything.
You're into the fire, buddy.
I didn't want to
And
tell
you're
him.
biking through
You
one.
have
didn't want
no idea.
I didn't want to ruin his trip. He thought,
Oh, wow.
he was thinking, there's Bigfoot over there. But he wasn't thinking about him here.
I'm
so,
safe here.
So I didn't want
Wow,
to ruin
man.
it for him, so I didn't tell him. They're here too.
Wow, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Did you notice how blew away that guy got in the coffee shop this morning when
Yeah.
you found out?
I was wondering.
Yeah.
I knew he was
Because I was
listening.
talking about you before you got there,
Oh.
and because he was like, "Hey, what are you up to?" I'm like, "Doing a podcast and
Yeah, I
talking
knew
to guys."
he was
and
awful interested.
he was like, "Whoa, this is the dude."
I didn't know he was coming for the event.
I think because of that conversation, now he's definitely going to the event. I think we may have
Oh, hell
pushed him
yeah.
a little bit into it, which is awesome.
We would have had no reason to sit and talk about that so seriously.
Right.
All that
Yeah, I mean,
happening.
there's a
Yeah.
few podcasts that are talking about, are you going to Oakridge? Oh, yeah, I'm going to Oakridge.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Who else?
I don't know who they are.
That's awesome, though. I've been trying to talk. I've been talking up like crazy, so I'm glad that there might be multiple people here.
Yeah, I only really
Talking to people.
know of a couple that I've heard that, that I don't mind listening more to than most, and that's you and How to Hunt Big Guy and...
Oh man, yeah, Steve Isdall.
Yeah, I think that's his name, Steve.
That'd be wild if he showed up, or like, Wes is out here too. Sasquatch Chronicles, dude. He does. I don't think he goes to much stuff though. But
Seems he's a little ornery, but I relate to that guy, How to
Steve?
Hunt guy, Steve, yeah.
yeah. Man, I don't even know what time it is.
11:30. Hey, Ron, what time is it?
How would I know?
Don't you have your phone?
In the vehicle.
Oh,
I'll let you know in a few minutes.
okay.
All right. Oh, look at these rocks over here. That's weird. All right. It's kind of interesting. All lined up.
Makes you wonder why anybody would do that.
Yeah, what's the point? Like, were you... I wonder if... Were they making a wall?
Why?
Because that kind of looks worn down. It doesn't make sense. Like, you'd have to be so bored. Maybe they just got bored when they're camping.
Yeah,
People,
I
you know?
doubt anybody get that. When I construct something with rocks when I'm bored camping, it's usually an elaborate cooking pit where I can stand up,
Right.
scoop the hot coals out of the bottom, put them up there on the top where I can reach it, and
Yeah.
I built a couple of those. Sad part is when you go back and it's completely destroyed.
Yep.
Why would somebody destroy something so useful in a campsite? Would you not want to use that?
People are just thoughtless sometimes. I just can't get over seeing huge trees like this, burnt. It's so weird.
Yeah, fires are...
Yeah. I think that would be a really interesting part of life out here is you'd constantly have to be aware at certain times of the year, like, hey, we could have to go right now.
I'll see if I can't muster up enough courage to walk down there from the road down until where that trail's at. It's all cleared out. And
Down by the campsite? Or?
yeah, it's before the campsite. There's a spot that's kind of brushy right there along the road, but as soon as you walk through it, it opens up, and then a little bit further there's a trail there. Me and my son were up there one time, and had a bear. She had 2 cubs. She wasn't a big bear, but she come running across the trail, and them little cubs jumped on a tree way bigger than these. And they zoomed all the way to the top, and my son was just dumbfounded. He said, I never could have believed they could have climbed a tree that fast. I mean, they were like they ran up the tree. It was incredible. And I said, okay, now you've seen it, we got to go. Even though she wasn't big, she's still dangerous. Those are her babies.
Yeah.
So, you know, we watched that and left, gave the animal some respect, some haikus, and got out of there. That's why I like to be out here. Things like that. And I hope someday I get back to that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, you're definitely making, you know, small steps in the right direction, I think.
I hate to sound like a scaredy cat, but I'm telling you, 90-some% of the people, if that happened to, would never go in the woods again.
If that didn't affect them in some way, if they weren't scared or terrified after that incident, they ain't normal.
Right. Or they're lying.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Which you know, you can tell.
No way you could go through there, and there's no way to really explain it, but the intensity of it, there's no way you could go through it.
Yeah, I'm hoping he gets part of that. Even if I got to go through it again, I'm hoping he gets part of that.
I never want to go through that again.
I don't either. But I'm out here.
You really don't have much doubt that you're going to die. You're not going to make it.
Not if they don't want you to.
Really?
For sure.
Yeah, it's so intense.
We
didn't think we were going to live.
You got no chance. If they don't want you to,
Especially if that big guy or whatever it was coming up to the tent and then he'd stop right there, go back. That happened every once in a while throughout the 2 hours. Always screaming, yelling around. You can tell they're going back and forth crazy. And it's so loud. No, you thought that one of them was going to go, or maybe that one was going to take you and the tent all together.
That's what I was
go
thinking.
right through. That's what it felt like.
And then every time I'd talk a little bit louder and let him know that I was paying close attention, and he'd back up.
No, you had
do
your
it
doubts
again.
about surviving.
Well, we just went through that routine a few times that night. He'd get closer. I'd get a little louder, cussing at myself.
Oh, yeah. A little too much, I thought.
Hey, man, I had to deal with it. I had to deal with it.
Yeah. Everyone has their certain
when
way.
That was happening, we were thinking differently.
Yeah.
When I get in a situation like, I try to think positive, even if it looks like, you know, the worst. But I try to think positive. And while that was happening, I wasn't thinking about being torn apart, but I was that close, but I was holding that back.
Right.
And I was thinking, these things, they let us know from a long distance they were coming in. If they really wanted to harm us or kill us, they wouldn't have given us such warning. So, no, it's not going to go the worst situation, because they're giving us, I'm thinking positive, and that helped me a lot, thinking that. I wasn't thinking about coming. Every once in a while you get the flash you're going to take you in the tent with, but I would block as much of that out as I could.
And I was getting the feeling they wanted us to
so
run.
After it's all over with for 2 hours, and the things were leaving still screaming, they never let up on momentum at all for well over 2 hours.
Wow.
And they never lost energy, nothing, got out of wind, nothing. And they were going and screaming and hollering on the way out, and they're going out the same way they came in. It was just reversed, coming in, getting louder, and now they're louder and diminishing. And they're on the way out. And I thought, well, it's over. they accomplished what they wanted. I was pretty confident in that. I want to roll over and sleep. He's still cussing. Thought, I hope he's not mad at me.
Oh, you didn't know
If he
that.
is, maybe I should. I was thinking maybe I should follow the Bigfoot. I might be safer, right? So I didn't want to say anything, but I got to know. I wanted to go to sleep. I got to know what he's mad at, because I don't know if it's me or not. So I said, Dwayne. And we could still hear him fading out. He says, what? I said, why are you cussing? he says, I'm cussing me. I'm cussing me for getting myself in this situation or whatever.
Because
out of me.
Ronnie's got the Bigfoot background, but you don't. So
for the second time
Yeah.
now, I'm relieved. I'm relieved with the Bigfoot. They're leaving, and now I'm relieved that he's not cussing because of me.
right.
Because I'm thinking I got him in this situation, right? So I'm relieved on 2 counts. So I figured, okay, now I can go to sleep.
Oh, I got
I don't have to
myself
worry
in-
about Bigfoot or him, right? So I roll over. He's still cussing, and I couldn't pass it up. I thought, because when he first found the track where I ended up gifting him, he slapped me on the back. He says, "This is our research area."
Yeah.
So I thought about that, and he still cussed, and I couldn't resist. I said, Dwayne. He said, what? I said, this is our research area.
No.
And he says, this is your research area. I don't want to be a researcher. What a way to cap it off. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it was great.
Wow.
That was so funny.
Oh, that wind is nice.
Yeah, it is. I guess I'm gonna check the hood.
Yeah.
And,
hopefully it's calmed down.
yeah, and maybe we could, I guess, go to the other area, right?
Yeah, that would be great if we can do that.
Yeah, we want to listen at both of them, you know? Because their usual routine is to come through here, to go down there,
Okay.
to go back up the other one.
Want to do what now?
Just the other spot.
Yeah. I'm gonna check that hood. Put this in here.
Yeah, I better check and see if you got something going on with your oil.
Yeah, I thought I had plenty of oil in there. I should have checked it again.
Would you do dump oil on the motor, putting it
Jeremiah,
Yeah.
as smart as I might seem and competent and everything,
Right.
I'm really kind of dysfunctional. You'll probably learn that.
That's all right.
This Sarge, when I went to Florida, I stopped by his place. Got so drunk and late at night I couldn't shut up. He said, "Why don't you shut up?" He's the one that brought the 2 bottles out for me in the morning. I bet he was sorry for that. But he said, "Check your oil." I said, "I will." I didn't check it till I got to Florida. Called him up and I talked to him a little bit. And I said, "Oh, Sarge, by the way," I said, "I checked my oil. I just checked it. It got in. It's okay." I don't know what he thought about me either. I told him I'd check the oil, but I didn't check it till I got to Florida.
Man, that is a long trip.
Yeah, I know. Kind of dumb. And
Yeah, he tried to talk me into going.
Multiple days.
oh, the swamps are so freaking fascinating. I love the swamps.
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff down there, but there's a lot of like
It's only second time I talked to a
Snakes and-
rattlesnake when I was down there. I'll tell you
really.
about it later.
All right.
It was so freaking neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
And
like
that's-
to.
Talking to the eastern diamondback.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you about it.
All right.
I'd like to see one of their snakes or their red black widow that they got down there. That'd be kind of cool.
I don't want no spiders.
I just want to look at it. I don't want.
I don't even want to look at them.
I don't want to collect them. I
I've
don't.
had acrophobia ever since a little kid.
Yeah.
Just want to look at them. That's it. You know.
I used to wake up screaming when I was little. I'd have nightmares about spiders, and black widows would be crawling on my walls and the ceiling with abdomens that big.
Oh man.
And I can't stand spiders.
Ooh, that's good.
Give me the creeps. Now I'm giving Chody my weakness. He's gonna take advantage.
Now you're in trouble.
That's good to know, Ronnie. Keep telling us more.
No, no spiders. How in the hell did I get that in there?
Well, I hope we get no fires here this year, really, to destroy our air again.
No, that'd be horrible.
That'd be, yeah.
Years of that.
Couldn't come in here for 2 years, man, again? That would be terrible.
That happened, that was bad.
You know, and we had like, what was it, 3 years in a row with fires where the smoke was filling our town up so bad they were giving everybody air purifiers.
Really?
It was, I mean...
Had to wear masks and stuff to go outside?
Well,
a
lot of people did.
A lot of people did, yeah.
After finally over with, we would come up here a couple of times. We was thinking they might have left, or I was anyway,
Yeah.
thinking they might have left all the smoke and activity and may not come back.
Yeah.
First time I knew for sure they would come back was on my birthday when I seen all those tracks for 100 feet around. And that was the year I know they were whooping from when we were getting along.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if there's a connection they were letting me know some way that maybe they wanted us to get back together.
Could
Of course,
be.
I'm a romantic. It could be wrong, but...
He's wrong. He's in love.
Two sides.
You're just playing hard to get something.
That's what I think. Still think you ought to build you a little daisy wreath and go dancing in there like a hippie.
I want to be a little more than 90% sure. I got that 10% doubt.
Hell,
They scare me,
I
right?
imagine that, some of them are, kids of hippie women anyway.
Yeah, just because.
When I was a kid, there was busloads of hippies up here living every summer.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they were all in the hot springs.
Oh, man.
There was a hot springs on the highway, and there was one over the hill on a Cougar, and then there was one up Salmon Creek that was always hot.
Can you imagine the stories that some old hippies have around here?
Yeah,
They probably ran into like some Bigfoot way out here.
Yep.
Gotta be some people.
Because they'd live out here like in the bus loads, and the locals would be all mad at them all the time. And, yeah. But
Does it get pretty rough out here, Dwayne? Like mountain town in the middle of nowhere?
no.
No. I mean, it's beautiful. It seems like most people in the town get along. I haven't run into any terrible people yet. I'm sure there might be some.
Oh yeah, there's some.
There's some. Yeah.
You probably know something about ninjas. You have to know more than me. Oil. I don't know about the water setup.
Water setup. Well, the smell I was smelling wasn't water; it was oil.
What's up?
I've smelled it the other day, so I'm wondering why would it smell like it's overheating. So I checked this. There's nothing.
Well, that's the windshield fluid.
Oh, okay, that's what I know.
So did you check the actual? Oh, that is not oil, right?
That's water.
No, it's water.
Okay. Did you check the dipstick?
Oh yeah, the oil. No,
Yeah.
it's got oil.
Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah.
And the lid's on there. So. See, why did they have to change the regular radiator cap?
No, I was looking for a cap.
Yeah, that's. You're thinking of an older car.
So if I put water in there, maybe that's the problem, right?
Well, you also have to have your car running when you put water.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
I will be honest, I'm not a car guy.
I put.
Getting close to noon.
Yeah. So now, I gotta find out if we have water.
All right.
And if we got water, I put it in here, right?
That's this. You got a cap. What's it say?
Yeah, good call.
A lot of symbolism.
Didn't say anything, but it shows liquid.
Let me see.
Well, that's got to be it, right?
That's got to be it.
It's got to be water.
So, if I can find some
So
water.
what else would it
says
be?
Something about not pouring something.
No.
Maybe that's an overflow. But there's got to be somewhere to put water in your radiator.
Here's what you do. You have cell service, right? You got cell service?
I don't know if we do or not.
If anyone has cell service, just look up the make and model of the car, and then look up like.
Oh my God! I don't want to go back to school.
But it starts steaming,
Oh, my
and
goodness.
it's all downhill
But I
from
mean,
here.
it's been cool. It should have cooled down after all this time. I'm not going to break the block like I did that time in our.
Steal that cap back on there. And just don't run it hot. Just run it a little bit, shut it off, and I'm wondering if I should put water. Yeah, I don't know.
Beer? Should I put beer in there?
Oh yeah, that'll probably work better than water. Beer. Foam up.
Oh, I got some water in the back.
Start exploding.
Maybe I have. Nope, I sure don't. Can't look anything up on my phone.
And that fire sure burned a lot of that stuff up, but think of all the nutrients it's gonna.
Oh yeah, it's gonna grow back better. And we didn't lose the most part of it. He's still here.
Oh yeah.
See, that's the positive thing. It's good. It all worked out good, except messing me up for my communication with him. I don't know if I'll ever get that back.
Well, I hope you do. Then I can conclude my research.
I know, on me, but me bringing in more people than spending time alone with them is not helping. It's kind of messing things up, I think. That's why I'm concerned about them. If they're wondering, or they might be thinking I'm betraying them by bringing other people in and so many. It could upset our relationship that we had, our love courting that was going on.
Yeah, it could.
I don't know. Honey, I'm sorry. I'm going to bring you some chocolates.
Tacos?
Huh?
Or chocolates?
Chocolate.
Tacos.
Oh, you said tacos.
Yeah,
They might like tacos.
All right.
I'll bring them chocolates and chocolates. I'll bring them Yeah, I'll bring them tacos and sweets.
Chocolate tacos.
And flowers.
There you go.
Yeah. See, that's a pretty good escape route.
Yeah, dude.
And then there's the road. And there's the other.
Wow. Oh my goodness, that is far down. Do you have spruce out here?
I believe so.
Yeah.
My aunt used to try to pound that on. She worked for the Forest Service her whole life up here.
Oh yeah, wow.
She tried to pound that stuff into my head all the time, but
Yep.
that didn't work too good back then. Here's where we seen deer at last night.
Okay.
And me and Ronnie came out of here, right here, from the bottom spots too.
Yeah. Oh, that's something I got in the book, but it's just it's not as a conclusive thing as evidence. Something happened that was strange, Jeremiah, coming out of the bottoms.
Yeah.
And it's something I wouldn't normally include, but it's just I got it titled. I forget how I titled it, but it's not to be taken necessarily serious. But something happened, and he was a witness, and I'm not sure what happened. Get up here and sit down. I'll explain it to you. But really weird. There were a few things that would have. They go into the woo, and I don't like to go there.
Sure.
Uh,
But something happened. I'll explain it down here.
Yeah, as long as you turn the car around and leave your keys in it, I'll listen to you.
I don't think about that stuff.
Oh, I do.
That's why I didn't.
You never turn your car around?
No, that's why I didn't have my car turned around when they started screaming and stuff.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then the growl came in. My car was faced the other way. It did make me nervous because I thought, my gosh, that little bit of time it'll take to turn it around, that might be enough for them to change their mind about letting me go, you know?
Yeah.
And I started thinking that way, but I
Yeah,
thought,
with me, he's got to, or I might not come up here no more.
I'll turn it around, but I am.
I want to be able to get out of here if we have to.
I really don't think that they're.
It might be.
I think they'll let us go no matter what.
Might be just a little thing, but it makes me feel more secure.
Yeah, it's good to have a back door.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm not really too concerned about it. I think they're going to be. Well, with me anyway, because they love me.
Yeah,
I think they love me.
I think so. Looks like it's just me and you getting killed.
I guess, dude.
I'll try to work with them, talk them out of it the best I can.
It's been fun.
Sorry, guys.
Well.
See here, right in here. Hold on, stop a minute.
Where are we at?
We're right above the camp, but I just wanted to show you this. Where can we get you the best here? Maybe right there. Maybe that's there. Man, this is me. I haven't walked back in here yet at all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is the spot.
Looks like there's a trail right. Almost looks like a trail right there.
Right here.
Okay.
Look. This is where the big one comes out of.
So explain that again. So we're right above the campsite, you said, right?
Right.
So campsite's that way.
Right over there. See, right there. Right there. You see the field?
Oh, yeah. Okay, we were hearing stuff from over here.
Yeah, and this is where the big one usually comes out of.
Oh, wow. All right, here we go. Was he yelling for us? There's something
I
back
don't
here.
think that's him.
No.
The noise you heard. And that's the second time I heard it.
Oh, you don't think that was Ronnie?
That's wrong.
That's Ronnie, yeah. There's definitely something walking back here.
Look at that twisted.
Dude! That's solid evidence. Dude. Wait,
That's twisted.
why are there multiples in the same area?
Because that's like that thing. It's like a warning or something.
Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3,
And
4,
they're twisted off.
5.
Twisted. Look how this opens up.
I gotta get a picture of this. This is incredible.
Yeah. That's definitely twisted. There's a top of one of them.
Gonna take it with my phone real quick too. This makes no sense.
Does to me after watching some of them casts.
Sure.
That's twisted off.
But the thing is, like, are they stuck in the ground too?
Yeah, those are trees.
Okay, they're trees. They're twisted so far close to the ground. That's. Oh wait, let me get this started again. What's up?
That big one.
Okay, so we are running into some interesting evidence. We've got twisted off tree there. 2, 3, 4. Okay, what else are you seeing?
That bigger one. Ain't nobody gonna break that.
I'm looking for it. Where?
Right there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Dwayne has seen, here's another twisted off one.
Now this part of the tree looks chopped or something.
So check this out over here. To me, look over here. There's a blatant trail here, dude.
Yeah.
There's a blatant trail running this way on top of this ridge and running that way.
Well, the main trail is like right here somewhere.
Oh, so this is actual hiking trail back here?
This.
No?
You'll be able to tell the difference here in a second.
Okay. That's weird. I mean, if we're gonna go down the road of looking for stuff, then you can look at that.
A crossed stick.
Yeah, like an X on the ground, right?
Something.
That's kind of interesting. Yeah, there's totally a trail back here, dude.
You see how it opens up?
Yeah. So oh, the trail?
Yeah. Is it? Yeah, that's it. You can see the trail going off there.
Okay.
It goes right through there and up and around
And you're saying that's a hiking trail right there?
yeah, that's the one
Okay.
people are like riding bikes down or hiking down. Or
Very
the
interesting.
swamps are right down in there.
Yep.
The top of where that thing ran out of camp yesterday is probably right,
It's right there.
And the roaring came out right over there.
Do we want to walk over there?
I don't know, do you want to? I don't know what to think.
Sorry, just remember I laugh a lot when I'm nervous, so
Me too.
that's just how I'm going to react a lot in this probably, okay? It's not me making light of anything.
I'm not thinking anything wrong.
Okay. What's Ronnie doing? He's probably hanging out over there
Or we can
at the truck.
drive the car down to the spot and then walk out.
Part of me almost wants to show him to see what he thinks of that.
Hey, Ronnie. Come here. All the twisting.
Oh, that's so weird, man. I've seen hundreds and hundreds of photos in my email of Bigfoot evidence. I've never seen anything like that, where they're all together like that in a group.
I don't know about you, but I can't break one of them.
Yeah.
Twisted off like that.
No, dude. Doesn't make sense. Like, okay, so... Because that's,
Solid. Yeah.
what would you say? That's like a few inch diameter?
Try to bend that one.
No, dude, you need to have some serious power to even start to think about doing that.
Let alone to twist it.
Yeah. Good find over here. One.
Now this is built.
Okay. So that's like a, the rubbing.
Right.
With their, yeah.
They knock the fur stuff off their horns, the velvet. That's
So, honestly, I don't think there's a way an elk could have done. Like, they would have to go to town, but I don't know.
yeah.
It's just weird, man.
Then you'd like, but you'd see this. You'd see this.
That's true. You would see the wear, and Yeah, come back here.
Look at these.
This is wild, dude. I've never seen anything like this. So
I just wanted to show you this open spot.
yeah.
But this is right where they keep coming out of. And then you see it gets steeper and steeper.
Wow.
Look at these twisted trees here, Ronnie. Look at these twisted trees.
Oh boy.
Twisted off and broke.
Is that a sign of stress?
There's one of them right there, but they're twisted and
Yeah,
they're twisted and broke off there.
ain't nobody would take the time to do that, even if they could.
I know, right? I've never seen anything like it where there's multiple in one spot like that,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
And this is
I haven't seen that either.
where a lot of the noise starts from. Like I said, the camp's right there, and right over there is where that one ran yesterday.
Yeah.
This is.
That's interesting.
I'm glad I wanted to show them how this opened up. Now.
That's not recent either.
No, that's not.
No.
That's not recent, but it's interesting.
I wonder why they would do that. Marking territory? What would they do?
And then there's like a couple sticks placed in a cross down there, laying on the ground.
Wow.
I don't know if it means anything or not.
Yeah. Look out through there. Isn't that inviting?
Yes.
Out through there?
Like right over there is where the bear cubs climbed up one of the tree, one over there somewhere, right over there,
Yeah.
all the way to the top, fast as it could go.
Oh, they can climb. I seen one climb one time.
And they climb fast.
Yeah.
My son, he was really happy and interested. Isn't that something?
That's wild.
I think it's really interesting down in those bottoms.
Yeah, it's really interesting over there.
You haven't been down in there yet. But I'm going to tell you when we get back and relax about a couple of experiences coming out of there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're off
got
the
you.
wall.
One of those where it's best not to talk about it when you're in there.
I put
Yeah.
it in, but I put it in a
Yeah.
realistic. What I don't understand it, and I make clear I'm not making anything out of it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just something that happened, and you can do with it what you want.
Yep. And you're saying that happened right over the hill there, what you'll talk
Oh,
about?
some strange stuff
Okay.
that I can't explain. It's
Gotcha.
getting into the woo. And
I don't think we've ever broached that subject of potential high strangeness out here, which might be interesting to talk about.
yeah, I know.
You know?
And that's true, but I really don't like to go there because, I mean, the subject itself is just pretty much unbelievable. But I know I probably don't sound credible sometimes. That is, when I start getting into the woo stuff, I don't know. I'm reluctant. But if I do get into it and I explain it the best I can,
Right.
you know, then not to be taken seriously or whatever.
Right.
Do with what you want.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to leave stuff out at the same time.
No. You want to provide the full story, all the details as much as you can, right?
Somebody else's experience.
Yep.
There's a break.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, dude.
Yep.
We almost walked right past
I
that.
did walk past.
Guys, check this out. It is totally not a cut. So I want you to look at it. Does it look like a twist? That doesn't look like a cut, right?
No, you don't. Yeah, I don't. No.
Does it look like it's stuck in the ground as well? Nope.
It's in there. Good.
So it was,
It's,
do we think that was the original tree where it was?
I think so.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to want to pull out of there.
Yeah. I've always wondered if, like, when there's a tree broken over or twisted over like that, like if it's a good idea to fully, like, to take that down, you know? Like if that's a thing where they're like, oh, you messed with our...
Yeah, I could have just made them mad. I don't know.
Yeah, dude. And so this is where, like, Bigfooting can get so interesting, because then you can be like, well, man, okay, so there's like two, like that's kind of a weird X shape right there, right? And like then like how far do you go, you know? But see how those two are
Pointing one way and one's pointing the other way.
right.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's just weird, right? And I don't know how far I let myself go. You okay?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna check this out.
That's a tall.
Yeah, okay, so this is a totally different area in the daytime. It's crazy. Like the stuff you can see.
Yeah, you know, we really have more day encounters out here than we have night encounters.
Really?
The night encounter was more terrifying, but we've had more day encounters.
So this is Dwayne. Just come in here for a minute, please. It's really weird because so you have, I'm going to back up a little bit. So you have the left tree that's going to the left, and then you have this right tree that's going to the right. But then look right here, down on the ground. What are the chances that it's like one that way and then two coming this way laid across?
I don't know.
And on either side are snapped off, and like, what do you think that's like 8 to
There's another break.
8 feet up, maybe 12 feet up?
I'm 5'9".
Okay.
I'm 5'9". What do you think?
That's easily 12.
That's probably our big boy that broke that.
Yeah, and then this one is more 7 to 8, maybe.
And that's more of a recent break, actually.
Yeah, it is. How tall are the ones that you see out here again? That you estimate?
Well, I'm estimating that one's like 12 foot tall and at least 1,500 pounds, probably.
Yeah.
One with a 23-inch footprint.
Yep.
So that's what I'd be guessing. But
There's a lot of weird stuff around here, dude. Yeah, during the daytime, you can see some weird stuff right off the bat.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good break. And that one's tall. That's twice my height right there. So if one of them broke it, it's the big one that terrifies me. Isn't that something?
It's crazy.
Forgive me if I ain't surprised.
Ronnie's kind of like, well, I know it's out here, guys.
Well, so do I.
Yeah, true.
I'm not really expecting anything from you.
For me, this is like, it's pretty wild. It's wild stuff. Did you hear that? Like a little chirp.
Periodically look up in the trees too, you know, for cougars or anything else that might have climbed them.
Oh, cougars could be up in these trees?
Yeah.
Really?
I watched a podcast a while back that said these things are up in the top of trees. Like
oh, Bigfoot?
in the California redwood
Yeah,
trees.
absolutely, yeah.
Up in the top of them. So I'm always trying to be completely aware all the way around me and above me.
Do you keep hearing like a chirp over there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do.
Which we need to keep an eye on that. because I think that's sometimes what mountain lions can sound like. I don't know. Maybe not.
Maybe.
I was talking to Steve a little bit about it. He says, yes, there are plenty of them up here.
Yes, there is.
Right there.
Yep. I had them in my backyard when I was a kid. In fact, my mom come out. We were out on the swing playing.
I think that might be more of a... I don't know. I don't know if that's an actual... It looks... The way it's broken, it looks different. Hard to tell. So you said there's is there, remind me if there's a swamp around here?
Yeah, it's back over that way.
Okay.
In a little creek and skunk cabbage and all all that stuff that they say they eat. I don't know.
Right.
But it's all down there.
Yeah.
That's why they wanted to keep going down there. They said that's their kitchen. And I say, so this is their bedroom.
Right.
And the big one come right out of there, man.
Wow.
Just screaming. That's when he was pissed off about a whistling and Denise getting in the car to go. And that's the one that ended up running Ronnie off.
Got it. Yep. Okay.
Alright, get ready. And I'm done. What's the wonder what he's waiting for?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he knows I don't like to get in and out of the car because it hurts more to get in and out and in and out.
Oh, really?
I'd
Gotcha.
rather just walk a little ways, you know. Plus it helps me get a little bit of exercise, I guess.
Yeah, this is definitely where we were last night.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Okay, that's right. Well, I still see one of the fruits hanging up.
Oh, yeah? Yep.
Probably the one they left for Ronnie. Alright.
All right, hold on.
You know what?
Before I need to get a new battery out of the car. Please take a minute to help out the show by subscribing on YouTube, making sure you hit the bell so you don't miss any notifications, and share the episode on YouTube with a friend. Also, if you're listening to us on a podcast, thank you so much. Make sure that you're subscribed, share the show with a friend. Really, it's all about sharing the show wherever you can. If you've had a Bigfoot encounter related to the following or know someone who has, please reach out to me at bigfootsociety@gmail.com or pass on my email. Here's the list. If you've had any encounters in Oregon, which I'm sure there's probably a few of you out there, please feel free to reach out immediately. You can use email bigfootsociety@gmail.com. A special thank you to all the Bigfoot Society Patreon and YouTube channel members. It's your support that helps keep the show going, and I extremely appreciate it. If you want to join in the fun, you can join over at patreon.com/the Bigfoot Society. I'll see you there. And again, thanks for listening.
her and I can get on here and we can tell our stories. Maybe there's somebody else out there listening that's too afraid to tell their story. Maybe this will give them the courage to come out and not feel so bad about it. Who cares what anybody thinks? I know what I saw. I know what's out there. That's all I care about.
Please let people know. Please let them know. If you ever see one of these things, you need to tell. Because if you don't, then shame on you. You know? Shame on you.